Ew. Buenos dias. Today is orientation, so I'm getting ready for my job they call it PISWAC. So it's the Prince William Sound Agriculture Corporation or something. Yeah, it sounds about right. And so I'm getting ready all my stuff. This is my little nightmare of a mess. Ooh, girl stuff over there in the corner. And then I'm like, whatever. I didn't even bother making my bed. So, and then my little trash can. So it's just a matter of like condensing everything, the things that I bought. I have to like shove it in this bag. So I've been traveling with this bag. And then that little whatever, the roll on, you know what a roll on looks like, what is it, the carrier. And so just little things, like stupid little things that take up time. But like these, my socks that I bought, my running socks, they're like in these little cardboards, and it's amazing how much this all, so I have to like take everything out of the cardboards, whatever, and just like the supplements and stuff that I had bought, condense that. Same thing with like, this is how I travel. It really is. And then, so say for example, like my pre-workout, I got that in there. All my vitamins I list here, like on the outside, so then that way I can just grab it. I pretty much know, like, if you're taking vitamins or follow like a regimen. I try to take, how do you say, package the things that I need to take together. Like one would be like, one bag would be like, oh, this is what you would take with food. The other bag is like what you take without food. So this particular little bag, it's the things that I need to take with food when I resume back to that, because right now I'm fasting. So I'm not actually taking any vitamins, any supplements, nothing at all, except for the meals, the one meal that I'm eating yesterday. And now I'm just eating more, like pretty much like for the sake of pleasure, because I don't want to wake up like be hungry like at midnight. So I think I ended up eating after a very active day yesterday. I walked at least like 6 or 7 miles or something, not continuously. And that was actually not even including the miles that I walked at the gym. But like just, I was on the phone talking with my mom. It's going to be one of the last conversations I get to have with her for over like the next like 3 months or so, or maybe even longer, depending on where I end up afterwards. So just talking with her just about a bunch of bullshit, making phone calls and stuff like that. So, and I wasn't in a special rush to go anywhere. The most important matters have been handled pretty much, except today my orientation is at 3, so I want to be there by 2, get my stuff checked into the hotel. They are sponsoring our hotel stay tonight, but it doesn't really matter because I paid the extra night tonight anyhow, whatever. And then, so what else? So just things like that, getting ready, got my toes did, the toeser did. I got my, my last treatment of acupuncture yesterday. So it was a pretty intense session since I've been here in Anchorage. Once I was finally able to get an appointment, things didn't happen as initially as smoothly as I had anticipated in getting here. So anyway, so like I was like, I don't like canceling appointments or any appointments. What I said, an appointment doesn't matter what it's for. So I set an appointment with the acupuncturist, or appointments. And, I always accept her recommendation. She's like, okay, I tell her, this is how long I'm in town for. This is when I leave. Obviously, she already knows what I need. And then, so like, I allow for her to, pretty much like prescribe me the treatment depending on what I need and the amount of time that I have. Usually this is a priority to me. So the amount of money I spend, she's affordable to begin with. Her prices are very fair since she doesn't do the whole insurance billing thing. It's cash only or nothing, but for a cash patient, it's in this area because I did price compare. And then also, actually, I visited prior to meeting her. I did end up with another go visit with another acupuncturist. And then so like, and receive treatment. But like for the treatment, like the quality and the service and stuff like that, I get a much better, even though the prices were comparable, I get a much better deal, I feel, or value as to where I'm visiting now. So, if the treatments are $300, of course, and I prefer to pay all together, it doesn't offer me any additional discount, but just so that I don't have to worry about it later. I mean, I usually carry my credit card anyways, but just that way it's done out of the way. So I'm like, okay. And then it also commits me. Again, I usually don't cancel appointments, but it makes sure that I'm there, and that I'm prompt with my appointments. And so anyway, so I did that yesterday. So we did a more intense, how was that algae on my hand? Sorry. was packing up my algae, my spirulina. And so I did that. So that was pretty much like the most intense thing. I got these face lotions because you see these spots that I have? What the fuck? And I was saying, I was like, dude, you'd think I would have did everything wrong in my life. And I've always taken like a natural, like holistic approach, I guess, like to things or whatever, including skincare. And I'm just like, you know what? And I'm really hesitant, even though it is important to me. It is and it's not. Only because I've been thinking about it lately. Because I've been doing this fasting thing, and so I was wondering. I'm like, sometimes if you experience like melasma, it could be like fungal condition, it could be like hormonal condition, like, or it could just be sun exposure. But I don't think I've had more sun exposure than the normal person. If anything, I've always, I'm usually like covered up and stuff like that. And for a long time that included my face. Like I would always like wear hats and things like that, like if I was out running. And so actually, and even when I like go hiking, I usually do use like a wide brim hat. So whatever. So back to this, yeah. So I started talking about how I'm getting ready for my trip, and this is all a part of it, right? Because these are things like, finding a dermatologist and getting skincare and things like that, that are, they're the types of things, though relatively like in the scope of things, are what is it, unimportant. Like it's not going to keep me from going to my job. And I was like, they are still things that I like to tend to in time. So then usually when I come back for wherever it is that I'm going, these remote regions or whatever, so usually when I come back, it's like I feel like I have a lot of homework. So meanwhile, like I'll be researching if I have internet. That's the question. Is that if I have internet, I'll be researching like treatments, doctors, reading like reviews, patient experiences and stuff like that. So then usually when I come back, I'm my time is booked, for all the things that I need to catch up on. Like this time I did my taxes, so I was like, that's handled. Hopefully everything goes out, goes without a hitch. And then so that actually this year, I would be expecting to return, because they overtaxed me during the year, but whatever. But that's that. But that's what this whole shenanigans looks like. It's not a lot of stuff. It is a lot of stuff when you're carrying it. That's the thing. So even though it doesn't really look like a lot of stuff, like my clothing right here, these leggings, I have like 3 pairs of leggings or something, or like 5 pairs maybe. And that's only because I bought, a pair yesterday and previously like last week. So for working out, because I literally have been wearing like the one outfit like every day for working out, and then like I'll hand wash it or air dry it or whatever. And then so like that is the extent of my clothing here, and with whatever my uniforms that I bought yesterday. So what I did is I couldn't find any like chef pants, so I bought like nurses scrubs. So then I'm just gonna buy like some 2 polo tees today. I still need to get like my muck boots. Where I'm going, it's a bay. There's still snow. It's melting at this time, but it's not. I just need the proper foot gear. Foot gear makes the total difference as to whether your trip is enjoyable or not. So that's what I'll be doing. But my orientation is today at 2, and I shall be leaving. So tomorrow this time, I'll be on my way. I'll be on my way to, I say Chenega, but maybe it's Chenega. I don't know. Whatever. And then, so I'll be on my way to the next adventure. So, adios. Until then.